I'd like to start today with just a little breathing exercise. So please, if you should be seated so that you don't fall over if you get dizzy, okay? So this is just a little breathing exercise to reset the intensity of whatever's going on. I don't know if your day's intense yet. It is a bit early, but here we go. Here's the game. I'm going to breathe in for a 4 count. And when I breathe in, I'm going to take as much air in as I can hold. And then after I breathe in for a 4 count, which I will do with my fingers because it's hard to speak while breathing, then I'm going to hold for a 4 count. Then I'm going to breathe out for a 4 count. And then I'm going to hold out for a 4 count. We're going to do this a couple of times. If you experience too much dizziness or whatever, just return to normal breathing, okay? And hopefully I don't have to instruct that. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to blow my air out, get ready. We're going to breathe in a long 4 count. Here we go. Hold. Breathe normal. Nice. Okay, I'm ready for a nap. See ya. How about a little slump and arch? So just to recap. Get to the edge of your chair, make sure there's some room. Lengthen nice and tall, but not stiff and hard, easy. Start your movement low and let the rest of you just fall. Like popping an old balloon. You can settle there with your head floating. You can let your head fall. You can drool. When you come up, you actually come forward. I'm gonna rock my hips. My whole torso should come with me. Belly too. I should have traveled a ways in space. Nice. Slump. Do not drive it with your head. Forward. Great. So let me point out some things that are tough that you might deal with. Can I have you, Krista, come on over, Mr. Vault, and let me show some problems. Let me show some problems. If when you lean back, you're driving with your head, you drive this whole thing with your head, well, actually you did really good. You're supposed to make a mess out of this. Take your head and go, push it. Remember in the old days when you would push down with your head first? Yes, and when you would come up, you'd take your head and you'd lean back, you'd do this. Remember that? She's done so good for so long, she's like a lousy example for lousy things. You also want to watch out for your heels coming up when you go back. You try to pick up, those are still a little of a problem, right? So if you slump back, dropping, if your heels come up, bring your heels up, you're putting pressure into your whole low back. You're not going to relax. So keep your heels down. When you come forward, you might run into the imaginary wall. Come forward, arch forward. Can you arch forward? Some people hit that imaginary wall. We don't want that. Okay? And then drop on down. Good. If you want a little bit of a help, we're going to turn you towards the forward camera. So we're going to move you. Right there. You can put your hands on the insides of your knees when you come forward. Right? And your body should travel in space. So a little bit of a pulling apart, so come on forward. Yeah. Big belly. Really work it. And then bring it all the way back. Gentle and easy. Awesome. That's great. Now at the end, notice her shoulders are still up a little. Because we're trying to relax those, right? Very good. Okay, so I'm going to borrow your chair back. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. DeVault. That's forward and back. Because our spine is not a train track, we have options. We can go side to side. So we're going to do that. I'm going to lift up my hip, right? And I'm going to cause my body to come sideways. If you could see my spine, there's a little bit of a curve in here. Put it back down. I don't want to lead with my shoulder. I want to drive it from here. Put it back down. When I go to the other side, same game, just this hip. And come on back down. Great. This is DeVolt. You thought you had a break. Can I borrow you again? So one of the difficulties that we have when we're trying to do that, lifting up your hip, is your feet. So go on sideways. When your foot comes up, you've lost all your power. So you need to leave your heel down. Keep your heel firmly planted. Come on back. You actually can push from your heel. Try that. Ah, yeah. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but there's much more confidence. It even made things move around it. So go the other direction. Good. Excellent. Your head is another thing that can be a problem. Come this way again. We don't want you to drive your head down. Your head should float. Great. Come on back. Drive from your heel. It changes things. Does it change things?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I supposed to drive from my heel?
Yes. You want to drive from your heel because that's the thing actually touching the ground.
Because I actually usually do,
Mm-hmm.
do that.
Just saying. Right?
Okay.
Only if you want it to work, though. Only if you want it to work. Great. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. Speaking of heels and feet, everything that you do, if you're touching the ground, starts from the feet. And we don't talk about feet much because we use our hands to play with. But there should be a gentle, simple little game that you play. So let me point out some things. Can you see my feet? There's a little divot right below the ankle bone. That is my target when I open up my ankle. I'm just putting a little pressure into that ankle, and I am targeting this place to open it. I don't want to do it hard. I don't want to jam it. I want to gently open it. In fact, I'm trying to find out when it first gaps, that real subtle motion. And then I'm going to take that and work my way forward. From here to the front. Corner to the front. You can hang onto a chair. Corner, that mark, to the front. You may need a soft surface, a soft pillow. Your feet may not be used to moving like that. You're trying to open up that ankle. I just wanted to throw that in. Fingers. Take your thumbs, remember, drop them forward, roll them down, open them up, comma. Drop forward, roll them, open, up. Smooth that out. In fact, smooth it out so much you begin to feel the movement everywhere. Your whole body, your shoulder, your low back. It's okay to wiggle. Do that with the other one. Nice and easy. And for every direction that you go, you should return the other direction. So, bring that thumb up, drop it down, bring it in, roll it, then bring it up. Drop it down, bring it in, roll it, bring it up. Drop it down, bring it in, roll it, bring it up, and smooth that out. This particular digit is completely different than the rest of the fingers and the way that they work. This has a very unique joint. You can oppose them. Now, you've seen this a few times, most of you, so let's walk in through the rest of the hand. Bring the fingers in. We'll just do this with one. And try to do just a gentle little circle first. Easy. Just move in this joint. But allow some, watch the rest of your body. Are you tense again? You can even slump and do this. It's okay. Keep that thumb up in the air, the fingers pointed forward, and work your way down the hand to the next finger. You might even breathe. That's okay. All the way down into the pinky. Come back. Some of you go fast. This is not a race. Gentle and easy. All right? Great. I think that should do it. I'm going to walk out with just doing pointer finger first, and you can take the computer back. I'm just going to sit here and wiggle. Pointer finger, pinky. Bye.